Hello, welcome everyone to lecture number 23 of Fundamentals of Computing. This is on transmission media. In this lecture, I'll cover physical components of a network, transmission media, types of a transmission media, and the guided or you can say wired transmission media. So, first discuss the physical components of a network. What are these? First one is connecting media. Connecting media means what? It is the media through which the signals are sent from one computer to another. So, it may be either wired or it may be wireless. Connecting devices, these are the devices that you want to connect over the network. And this may be your switches, hubs, bridges. So, these are used to connect the computers that you want to connect these computers in a given network. And lastly, the network topologies. It defines the layout of the network. Layout means what? The structure, how the computer devices are connected to, computer devices plus your connecting devices are connected to each other in a network. For a network, one should know what is the connecting media, whether it's wired or it's wireless. Depending upon that, we say that whether it's wired transmission media or you can say guided transmission media, and whether it's a wireless or unguided transmission media. Another one that the system should know is what are the devices that are used for establishment of the network. That is the computer network devices that are used for creating a network. Whether you are going to use the switches, hubs, repeaters, gateways. And lastly, one should have an idea what type of topologies is to be used, means how these devices are connected with each other, whether they are using a star topology, ring topology or the bus topology. In this lecture, I will focus on the connecting media. It is of the, as I said, it may be wired or it may be wireless, or you can say wired may be called as a guided and wireless as a unguided. So, I will mainly focus on the guided transmission media. From this picture, you can see the various transmission media that can be used in a network. Network means obviously the computer networks. So, it may be wired, it may be of this type or this or this, or it may be wireless. So, it may be in the case of wireless this type, this type, this type or this, means from this you can have an idea of what antenna, satellite and it's a Bluetooth. So, what basically is a transmission media? It is nothing but it refers to physical or wireless path through which data is sent from one device to another in a network. So, there are different types of transmission media. It may be guided media, it may be unguided. Guided means what? It's a wired transmission media, and unguided media means what? Your wireless transmission media. I'll focus on the guided transmission media in this lecture. In the next, I'll cover unguided transmission media. Guided transmission media, that may be coaxial cable, fiber optics or the twisted pair. Coaxial cable can be further categorized as a baseband or the broadband, and twisted pair will be categorized as a unshielded and shielded. So, let us start discussing about this guided transmission media. Guided transmission media is also called as a wired transmission media. So, when I use a term wired, it means what? Here the cables are used to transmit a signals across the network. It is also known as a bounded transmission media. Why? Because of its finite range that it covers. The qualities of the transmission signals may be concentrated and contained inside a specific constrained channel. It is of three types. It may be twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and a fiber optic cable. First one is the twisted pair cable. Here you can see these cables are there which are twisted with each other. So, this outer shield is the insulator and this one is the conductor that carries the signals. What will happen in twisted pair cable? It consists of a copper wires twisted into pairs and is widely used in telecommunication. You might have seen these wires in your home. It's cheaper compared to other transmission media. Its installation is easy and its weight is also very light. It is the normal wire that you see in your home, that is in the red and black colors, that is in this form twisted with each other. So, something like this. The frequency range for twisted pair cable is from 0 to 3.5 kilohertz. Its transmission speed varies from 2 million bits per second to 100 million bits per second, and it helps to reduce crosstalk and electromagnetic induction. We use Cat5 and Cat6 cables in LAN that we call as a Ethernet cables for transmission of the signals among the devices that are connected in a network. This type of cable consists of special jackets to block the external interference. Bandwidth, it's low and it is unsuitable for broadband application. Bandwidth means what? The data rate. And these cables easily pick up the noise signals, means these are the unwanted signals. When you are talking over a phone while listening to the voice of the other people, you can hear the other sounds in the background also, like khar or something like that. So, that is the unwanted signals which is not required. So, these cables easily pick up those noise signals, that is the limitation of it, and it may be of two types, that is the shielded and unshielded. So, let us talk about the shielded twisted pair. Here shielded means what? It is protected. These are the pair of wires that are protected by the shield. So, it means what? These twisted pair are covered in a braided shield and which act as a shield from outside interference. It has a high capacity as compared to unshielded twisted pair cable. It has a higher attenuation and it provides a high data transmission rate, and because of this shield it is thicker, it is not flexible, and this makes it difficult to install. Whereas in the case of unshielded twisted pair cable, you can see these are the twisted pair cables which is covered by this plastic. So, it do not have a braided sheet, and here you see that this is the plastic insulator, and which is simply for the safety purpose. It has a lower capacity as compared to shielded twisted pair cable. It is not suitable for long distance transmission. It provides a lower data transmission rate and it is inexpensive, very common and easy to install. So, this was about your twisted pair cable. Another one is the coaxial cable. This coaxial cable, here the core is made up of copper conductor and this is the central conductor which is covered by dielectric, which is then covered by foil shield, which is then covered by the braided shield, and then it will be covered by the outer jacket. Its purpose is signal transmission. The central conductor is used for the transmission of the signals. To prevent the copper conductor from overheating, an insulator is used and metal conductor is braided around the insulator. Why it is so? Because it aids in blocking any unwanted noise, that is the unwanted signals, or allowing from any unwanted crosstalk between electric signals. It is difficult to install and expensive as compared to the twisted pair. It has better shielding and it is capable of transmitting a data over longer distance, where the transmission speed varies from 200 million to more than 500 million bits per second. It's easy to expand when required and it is less affected by noise or crosstalk. It is less flexible and bulkier as compared to the twisted pair, and it must be grounded to avoid a crosstalk, and it is generally used in LAN, that is the local area networks. It is further of two types. It may be baseband or the broadband. The difference between the baseband and broadband is what? Baseband transmits a single signal at a time, whereas broadband transmits multiple simultaneous signals by dividing the cable's bandwidth into different frequency bands. Baseband are typically carry digital signals, whereas broadband carry digital as well as the analog signals. Baseband are generally used for short distances, whereas broadband supports longer transmission distance as compared to the baseband. Ethernet networks using 10 base T, 100 base T and 1000 base T standards use baseband technology, whereas cable television system uses the broadband coaxial cables to transmit multiple channels simultaneously. So, this is all about the coaxial cable. Another type of cable is the fiber optic cable. It is constructed in several layers that you can see. These are the several layers, and the core is of glass, or you can say fiber conductor, which is covered with the refractive coating called cladding that causes the light to travel in a controlled path along the entire length of the glass core. The next layer is PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride. Why it is there? It is used to protect the core and coating from any kind of damage and also prevents light from escaping the assembly. It carries data as a pulses of light. It uses electrical signals for communication. It provides faster data transmission than the copper wires and obviously the twisted pair. It provides more bandwidth and carries more data as compared to the copper cable and twisted pair. It is more reliable because it is immune to any temperature changes, while it can cause obstructions in the connectivity to copper cable. It is thinner and lighter in weight, so it can withstand more pull pressure than copper cable. So, this was all about the fiber optic cable. So, these are the different type of cables, or you can say guided transmission media, that is available for connecting the devices in a computer network. So, in the next lecture I will cover the unguided, that is the wireless transmission media. Thank you.